there's a lot of situations where, you know, you've got these techniques that'll hurt people, but, you know, nowadays, well, you know, just in general, you should probably try to avoid using them. Like there was a superior martial artist is somebody who uses skills and observation, so he doesn't have to use his superior skills, sort of thing. And just, you know, be aware of what's going on around you. You know, like how you sit. Like I always tend to sit with my back to something. You know, tend to observe people. I scan a fair bit when I'm walking around. People know you're observant. I've picked up people in street situations when I'm walking down and some guy's lounging, cruising for bruising type territory. I just looked at him and said, "G'day, mate," and he knows I've got my eye on him, right? And I'm not walking here. I'm walking here, right? Quite often, if I've got a wall here, I'll be walking on the edge of the pavement, so I can get off the pavement in between parked cars, restrict access, right? The wheelie bins around, wheelie bins are really good. The old metal garbage bins are really good because you can take the top off and they're a shield or a combat frisbee or whatever. But, you know, that is about actually how you observe and how you interact with people, right? Neuro-linguistic programming, right? They call it verbal jiu-jitsu. Right, so what you do, you mirror what other people are doing, right? So I'm having a bit of an argument with you, and I'll be standing like that, and then I'll be nodding when you talk. Oh, you know, this guy's starting to agree with me, mate. I'm getting him on my side. He's not so bad after all, you know. He used to use that approach to disarm situations, right? If you start saying to people, "You've got a gripe," you don't say, "Oh, piss off, I don't care what you're saying." You say, "Oh, what's the matter, mate? Can I do anything to help?" You know, that type of stuff, you know. And you start asking questions, right? Because most times if I make a statement, I'm going to smack your face in, mate, you know, right? As opposed to, "Oh, gee, that's a nice vest, mate. Where did you get that?" I said to one guy once, "Oh, that's a nice tie, mate. You know, did your mum give you that?" "Oh, yeah, shit." You know, and he's sort of thinking about it. By the time he's thought about it, he's forgot that he was angry with me. You know, if he's standing a certain way, you stand a certain way, and, you know, take your, tone of voice down a little bit and all that type of stuff. And quite often, you know, he'll have second thoughts about it, and ask him a question, because asking him a question interferes with that OODA loop, you know, that I was talking about. All of a sudden, I'm asked a question, I've got to think about it. Oh, what did he say? Oh shit, do I know what he, you know? And you go through that whole loop, and by the time he's done it, he's forgot he wanted to punch your face and sort of stuff, right? And you can also say, "Oh, wow, that's a nice tie, mate. Did your mum give it to you?" Off, yeah, okay, and use it as a distraction to take his mind off things, yeah? And, you know, that's sort of quite valid. But at the end of the day, remember, in any combat situation, you're the important person, right? Okay? At the end of the day, I don't know you. I've got to go home. I've got a family. I've got people who love me, even though sometimes it might seem like it. But, I've got people who depend on me financially, yeah? I'm the important person here, mate. I don't know you, so sorry. If anybody's going to go out, you're going to go out. Right? If I can avoid it, that's great. But at the end of the day, I'm going to go home. Right? And that's what you've got to think. And you don't think about even, some people say, think about surviving an encounter. You should think about dominating and winning it, right? If we sent our army up, we're sending you to Afghanistan, see if we can survive for a while. If you go in with that, I'm going to, do my best and I'm going to, try and survive, is different than, I'm under threat, I'm going to do whatever I can to roll over the top,